No.
Why do you think that is?
I don't believe technology is the solution for violence. I just don't see it being effective. If someone's going to bash someone, they're not immediately going to turn to their phone. I don't see it being helpful. There's a lot of stigma around that. Media always portrays that the men are more violent than the women. They only portray what they want people to see. They don't show that women can be violent as well.
No.
Why?
I don't know, like if I was a violent person, I wouldn't be looking at apps for that sort of thing. I'd probably just go around hitting people, like myself. Like, unless it was like court ordered or something, how would I know if I was violent? Bias.
Explain.
Well, everyone has their own sort of bias, so the guy that's, or person that's developing it sort of sees the world in their sort of vision.
I would rather talk to a person that kind of knows what I'm feeling rather than just give me a generic answer and kind of give me steps or mediation, some kind of negotiation steps as to how I can deal with it, rather than just go, 7,000 people will use this option in an app. This might work for you. You know, maybe spend money, waste my money on it. Testosterone usually is the problem or the base source for violence or aggravated behavior, so I reckon that's why, majority.
Really unlikely. Because if you're violent, you're pretty much impatient. I don't know how swiping through an app will help you decrease your violence or help you in any way. You need more of, like he said, the face-to-face interaction, maybe anger management. I don't know, the app could be beneficial, but I wouldn't have a clue. For me, personally, no.
No. No. A violent person wouldn't typically acknowledge his fault. Neither would he turn to an app. An app wouldn't be first response to a person who is typically violent. I don't think he would realize his fault, let alone to look for an app to solve the issue. Well, my personal opinion, I believe that there's a lot of coverage around women in the media and women being targeted and victimized, which is fair, but there is an underrepresentation of males being targeted and males being abused in domestic violence against males themselves. I think that'll be very proactive to target the males, help them speak up. So it's a good initiative, but the effectiveness, I don't know if it'll be too well.
No, I wouldn't. Because just because society is turning into a technological sort of form, your first thought and instinct wouldn't be going to technology. It would be going to other people that has brought back from violence and become non-violent people. Through the media, it just shows generic ideologies that male are violent, and not including women, as well as that are hurting other people. There are women out there that are hurting males just as much as males are, but because males have a masculinity towards them and have a more body form, that's why the media represents males as a more generic violent person.
So my partner? No, I don't think that they would. Personally, I don't think an app is, I guess, the most appropriate way to deal with domestic violence in our society or in our generation. I feel like you need to have a one-on-one interaction with an actual counsellor or a mental health professional that's able to, I guess, provide you with some guidance or some insight into your behaviour. Like, I don't think a mechanical app is going to provide substantive results. To be honest, I think it's a little bit sexist that the app is only targeting male violence, only because domestic violence is, I guess, prominent across both sexes. And I think by just creating an app that only targets men, you're almost feeding into that stereotype that only, I guess, men are, capable of inflicting violence, and women are always the victims. There are cases where it's the inverse, where women are the perpetrators and the men are the victims. And I guess in this society, they're not able to come out, or they're not able to express their, situation at all, only because of the stigma attached to men who are in these kinds of domestic relationships.